Good afternoon, grade 9 parents and grade 9s. My name is Alison Mitchell and I am the FET Visual Arts teacher. This is the presentation for the subject choice should your daughter be interested in doing visual arts for grade 10, 11 and 12. The following slides will go into more detail, but this is just a breakdown of the visual culture or visual arts syllabus. Please note that there are two components. One is visual culture studies, which is the old school history of art, but it encompasses a lot more. And then there's also practical work. All right? And the two components count equal weightings, 50% for matric, equally weighted. This is a breakdown of the visual culture studies, the old history of art. You will see in grade 10, 11 and 12 there's visual literacy, which is being able to read and interpret visual images or artworks, 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional. Grade 10, we look at prehistoric art like Egyptian art, sometimes before as well, through to the 1500s of the Renaissance. Grade 11, we continue from that, the sort of 1600s up until the early 1900s. And then the grade 12 syllabus is the 20th century and 21st century art, both international art and then also the South African art as well. Practical, you'll see in both, in all grades 10, 11 and 12, the girls are required to do a weekly drawing for me. This is to keep their drawing skills up and to help them improve and develop their drawing skills over the course of the year. Practice certainly, and the more you draw is how you really develop and improve your drawing skills. So if the girls are worried about their drawing skills, these weekly drawings are an incredible tool in developing their skills. The grade 10 year, how I structure it is I use the year to give the girls exposure to different art disciplines or media. So we do a painting, we do a printmaking, a series of printmaking projects. We look at different drawing media, chalk, pastel, ink, and bleach, for example. So they have exposure to different media that they perhaps do not have in grade 9. Grade 11, we look at more contemporary style of work, installation work. And then in the second term, they can create a work in their own choice of medium. And in the third term of grade 11, they start their grade 12 drawing. And this is why the weekly drawings are so important, because you don't have to necessarily paint for grade 12, but drawing is a compulsory component. So the need to develop drawing skills is particularly important. And then grade 12, they continue with the year work project, but it's a second piece. There's 2 works for the year work and then 2 pieces for the exam work that the girls need to work on. I need to make a point about this one over here, the examination work for matric. The artwork may not be taken home. So the girls that take art for matric need to be aware that in their matric years, particularly in the third term, but also in the first and second term, they do need to commit to at least 1 afternoon a week to come and work in the art room. It is very difficult to complete any practical work purely working in the lesson time allowed to us on the timetable, because that is split between theory and practical. So the girls need to take practical work home and work on it in the evenings or on weekends. It is a demanding subject, all right? But it's in preparation for this piece, because this piece cannot be taken home at all. All the work has to be done. So the girls need to work with their time management and learn how to manage their time during grade 10 and 11 so it doesn't become a problem in grade 12. So just looking at some of the work that the girls have done. So these are examples of different weekly drawings that the girls can draw in different media. All right, grade 10, I get them to draw in different media, something like pen as well, colored pencil, so they're exposed to different things. But also to show you in this particular slide that the style of drawing or working is individual to each pupil. So they don't have to draw in this intensely detailed, beautiful realism. It can be more simplistic or abstract. It can be more expressive. So the girls, I've tried to get the girls to each find their own individual way of drawing. So please don't look at this and think this is the standard. You can draw in a much more expressive style. Right, the rest tens have done, so to show you some examples of painting. And then grade 10 printmaking projects, we look at etching and lino print. And then these are examples of grade 11 and 12 where they work with mixed media or installation, actually creating a three-dimensional work. And you can see they've worked with different materials, so tin cans, a step ladder, real grass. They can work with found objects as well, but that's more grade 11 and 12. And then the girls can work with digital photography if they have the software that they need on their own computers. And then also just to bring in a point about animation, the girls are allowed to work in an animated style or to work with that kind of art. It doesn't have to be perceptual or visual art, what we see in reality. So the girls can work with animation and cartooning within the visual arts subject. But there are some ideas of careers. I know a lot of parents say, well, what are you going to do with art if you take it as a matric subject? Are you going to become an artist and then I'm going to have to support you for the rest of my life? Not all people who take art continue and do fine art and become an artist. There are a range of other fields within art that involve a lot of technology as well, graphic design, web design, game designing, which is also a very big market at the moment. But also the creative thinking that you learn during visual arts is an advantage no matter what career you happen to go into, because it allows you or teaches you to develop those skills in thinking laterally or out of the box. Please don't hesitate if you have any questions to ask me in the Parents' Evenings time slots, or you can send me an email and we can set up, I can send you some feedback about visual arts for grade 10, 11 and 12. Thank you very much.